Situational awareness is your greatest ally. Welcome to another installment of Connecticut Gun Bench. Today's video is brought to you by P.A.N. Firearms, LLC. P.A.N. Firearms for your NRA certification and multifaceted gun training. You can reach us at 203-300-6343, or you can use our website at www.panfirearmsllc.com. As always, there'll be a link in the description box below. But let's talk about this. Atlanta, Georgia. A man who was basically going to his part-time job as a security guard was approached from behind by just absolute POS. And he was shot in the back of the head. This person then robbed him while he was laying there. And here's the video for that. And I'm telling you, it's probably one of the most heinous things I've ever seen.
And we have new video from the shooting death of a security guard as police search for witnesses who were right there and did absolutely nothing to help the man. Right now, Atlanta police need your help finding 5 people. Take a look at your screen. One is the shooter. Another is a man who sat nearby as the man was killed. 3 others came up on the man's body and seemed to have stolen from him as he lay dying on the ground. This happened on Cleveland Avenue in Atlanta. Ron Jones walks us through this video. Now, a warning, it's very disturbing and may be disturbing to you, but hopefully it can help find the killer.
This is 51-year-old Anthony Frazier, a security guard. He has no idea he has just 15 seconds left in the land of the living. He's an unfortunate target. It happened Monday in broad daylight at 387 Cleveland Avenue Southwest, just blocks from I-75. Watch closely as Frazier steps out of his SUV. There's a guy behind him in a black long-sleeve t-shirt, ball cap, and camouflage backpack. Police say without hesitation, Frazier is shot in the head. After gunning him down, the suspect appears to rifle through the victim's belongings. Investigators say this heartless criminal seems unfazed by who may be watching and continues to possibly take whatever he can. Do you recognize this guy? As he walks away, notice the witness who saw it all go down sitting on the curb. He didn't run as the unknown shooter walks by. He appears to acknowledge him. The witness sits there even after the suspect appears to drop a handgun. Then that witness walks by the victim, shaking his head.
Now, for the sake of always for context, article here from the New York Post titled, "Chilling Video Shows Security Guard Shot in Head Robbed Near Atlanta Eatery." Chilling surveillance camera video captured the cold-blooded murder of a security guard in Atlanta by a man who walked up behind him and shot him in the back of the head at point-blank range and robbed him. The gunman is seen walking up to Anthony Frazier, 51, about 7 p.m. Monday outside an American Seafood and Wings on Cleveland Avenue where he worked as a security guard. The man, wearing a black shirt adorned with graphics and a black cap with a Nike logo and carrying a camouflage backpack, is seen pulling a handgun from his right pocket. The shocking clip doesn't show the actual shooting, but the gunman is apparently taking something from the victim as he lies motionless on the sidewalk in his black enforcement shirt. A few seconds before his death, Frazier was seen getting out of his black GMC parked just outside the eatery. As the shooter walks away, he passes a man sitting about 35 feet away who apparently saw the shooting unfold. The witness raises his hand up as the gunman passes him. Police said they want to speak with the witness as well as the 3 other people, including one who was seen rummaging through some items and taking something from Frazier. I'm going to stop right there. Okay, as I said, situational awareness. That is paying attention to your environment that you're in. When you enter or exit your vehicle, take a moment to look around and see who's in your atmosphere. See who's in your, in your orbit. Know who's there and why they're there. This goes for going into a store, coming out of a store, because there have been a lot of incidences where people have been carjacked, literally right in the parking lot. And in one case, I saw a woman was get into a car and 3 men jumped into the car and they drove away with her in the car.
The lady with the red car is about to be kidnapped. The two gentlemen you see in the picture have been watching her, following her, they've stalked her. She's more concerned about her shopping rather than being aware of what's happening in her immediate surroundings. And even if she is aware of these gentlemen, she doesn't perceive them as a threat because bad things don't happen to people like her. You can see now as she gets in her car, one of the kidnappers gets in the back seat. Why? Because the doors are open. At this point, he's most probably pulling a knife, pulling a gun on her, and she's panicking. Even though her car door's open and she could run and she could flee, she's panicked. She has no plan. She doesn't know what to do in this situation because bad things don't happen to people like her. This situation and many others could have been avoided with some basic situational awareness and some basic planning and preparation. It's not being paranoid to worry about your personal security, it's realistic. Your personal security, your life is your responsibility, nobody else's.
And God only knows what happened after that. I do this a lot. Before I get into my car, I look around. Who's around me? When I get in my car, I check my mirrors. When I go to the stores, entering and exiting. When I exit, I take a visual scan of the parking lot and make note of who is there and what they're doing. Situational awareness is your greatest ally. It is the greatest advantage you're going to have. Whether you're a gun owner or not is not really relevant. Anticipation of violence is the best tool you have to prevent you from being a victim. Now, there's a second part to this story where this brings me to the part where I find it to be heinous. After this person who shot and robbed him had left, the gentleman who was sitting on the sidewalk walked by and just shook his head. It was almost as if this is the norm and moved on. Then 3 other people showed up and they also helped themselves to some of the personal items that were still on the victim as he laid there on the sidewalk. And here's that and follow-up video for that.
Before you know it, 3 more people show up, and one appears to possibly search Frazier too. Police want that cold-hearted killer off the street and want to talk to these potential witnesses as well.
Just so awful. And right now, Crime Stoppers is offering a $2,000 reward for any information leading to.
Now, police obviously are interested in all the people involved in this. Not only the shooter, but the person sitting on the sidewalk and those 3 other people who were also present after the fact. Rightfully so. There's a follow-up here. Right from the same New York Post article. The victim's daughter, Antoinette Frazier, told CBS 46 she couldn't sleep after watching the horrific video. I can't get the image out of my head, she told the news outlet. Oh my God, it changed me. They changed the way I feel. It changed the way I look at things. I just don't understand how somebody could be so cold, Frazier said, adding, she is angry no one tried to help her dad. I'm angry at the people that stood by, she told CBS 46. My daddy was a good person. I'm angry and disgusted with the bystanders digging through his pockets. The grieving daughter added, he was my best friend and they took him away from me. A $2,000 reward is being offered for information leading to the arrest and the indictment of the gunman. Now, as of this video, they have captured the person involved, and well, there's a lot of really no surprises here. In the Fox 5 article, repeat offender arrested in Atlantic security guard murder. Atlanta police have made an arrest in the murder of a security guard whose killing was caught on surveillance tape as he arrived for work. Stanley Lamar Henderson, Jr., 30, was arrested Wednesday afternoon for the murder of 51-year-old Anthony Frazier. That video was extremely instrumental. That video was incredibly instrumental Lieutenant Ralph Woolfolk, who is the commander of the Atlanta Police Department's homicide unit. Police said they received multiple tips through Crime Stoppers of Greater Atlanta once the video was released Tuesday. He did have the video released, and the Crime Stopper tips were vital in being able to get a name associated with this individual, and our office was able to shore up some of that information and make sure we developed the probable cause to arrest this individual for felony murder and 2 counts of aggravated assault. Henderson was ultimately apprehended at the scene thanks to one of those tips. He's being held without bond at the Fulton County Jail charged with murder. Now, I'm going to scroll down to, and here's a picture of this individual. Now, here's the shocker. Police say Stanley Henderson has a long criminal history. Atlanta police were back out at the crime scene on Wednesday. This time they were searching for 30-year-old Stanley Henderson. Police said they received a tip that he was in the area. He was arrested near the wood line after a brief foot chase that afternoon. Police said at least one officer suffered a minor injury during his apprehension. Officer and K-9 units were on the scene searching for evidence and ultimately serving a warrant on Henderson, who had been staying at an urban encampment not far from the restaurant. After executing a search warrant, investigators took several items from where Henderson was staying that they say is important to the case. Lieutenant Woolfolk, during a press conference on Thursday afternoon, said Henderson has a 12-cycle history of arrests, with some of those charges including violence and other drug-related. Investigators said they're now looking to see if Henderson and Frazier had any prior interactions, something that might have led to the deadly shooting. Police said they are also investigating if Henderson was linked to any other crimes. Damn unfortunate. I'm going to be very clear in my disclosing this. Frazier, the gentleman who was shot, did absolutely nothing wrong. He is in no way at fault for what happened there. But what should have happened is he should have took notice of the gentleman sitting on the sidewalk. When he exited his vehicle, he should have taken notice of this gentleman coming around the corner shortly thereafter, and then focused on him, because he obviously was coming right towards him. That's where situational awareness comes into play. There's a lot of social commentary that I can put into this. You know, my channel is about guns and gun rights and so forth. But it's unfortunate that this man lost his life, because no one is going to go out and protest for this man. No one's going to demand justice for this man beyond his family and those close to him. And the usual culprits, you know, the people who always show up when a black man loses his life to a police officer, specifically a white police officer, we see the just unbelievable hypocrisy in this, and it's just frustrating when this kind of thing happens and it gets swept away. But for the sake of my video, now there's a great video, Greg Foreman at the Black Conservative Perspective gives a great social commentary on this. I'll leave that in the link below. You can view that, because he nails it on the head as to just how they say that Black Lives Matter, but it's clearly shown that certain Black lives matter. And it seems those Black lives that matter are the ones that can garner financial gain for certain people. And I have to put that in there because as a black man, I know statistically that I have more to fear from other black men than from a white police officer. That's just facts. Like it or not, it's irrelevant to me. But as I said, the best thing you can do as an individual is be aware of who is in your space and why they are there. But let me know what you think. As always, you can leave your comments in the comment section below. As always, any calls for violence or statements that lead to violence will be removed. Please like, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so you can be notified the next time a video goes live. And I will see you on the next one. Peace.